And for anyone watching on YouTube after the fact, welcome back to the Silent Hill Musician Plays Silent Hill 4 stream. I'm switching over to the 16:9 aspect ratio and seeing how that's going to work, because I think it's really just like this stuff, like the text, that gets kind of stretched, but hopefully it isn't, like everything else is going to be fine. So for those who don't recall, oh man, it's filling up my whole screen, and it honestly looks pretty good. Like, this was a game that they actually did like properly port to widescreen, even though that's not the original aspect ratio of the game. But yeah, we just got back from the end of the apartment world, where we witnessed Eileen essentially becoming victim 20 out of 21. The numbers on the victims not being a like 5-digit number, but a tally of Walter Sullivan, the serial killer at the center of Silent Hill 4. We made it to Eileen while she was still seemingly alive. And then when we came back from the apartment world, waking up in our bed like we usually do, we saw an ambulance leaving that let us know that she was getting taken to the hospital. And we checked in on Eileen's apartment through the peephole in the wall, and heard some cops talking about her and saying like, she's probably not going to make it. And also now we've got Robbie the Rabbit, the plush doll, just pointing at us, which is fine. It's fine. All right. Yeah. Double check this again real quick. There's one person down there who seems to be having a fitful sleep. Someone staring out the window up there. Everyone seems to be fairly still. What's going on? Is that someone's bathroom? I don't know. South Ashfield Restaurant Fuseli, which Cleo actually informed me today is a reference to, was it Henry Fuseli, painter who did a painting called The Nightmare that has a lot of similar vibes to other references that have been made in the Silent Hill games. Yes, Henry Fuseli. Henry, like Henry Townsend. Yeah, so it is nighttime now. This is another game where like they're showing the progression of time in a really cool way. Like, I feel like all the Silent Hill games do that. At least the original 4 do that to a certain extent. It's kind of wonky in Silent Hill 1, where just things are just all over the place with they're still figuring out the otherworld mechanics, fog world and all that stuff. But like the Silent Hill 2 remake really makes a point of showing the passage of time through what time of day it is. And Silent Hill 3 kind of starts in that golden hour sunlight as you're leaving the mall, which is so cool. Like, you climb out the bathroom window in the mall and then have to re-enter, and it's basically just nighttime from there on out. But again, it's details like this that are just like nice bits of realism that they throw into these games that make them feel that little bit more immersive. All right. The clock has stopped. How much time has passed since this room started going crazy and the hole appeared? Well, after everything I was just saying, Well, the hole appeared like, I think it's supposed to be 4 days ago, 7 days ago. 7 days. Something like that. Nothing useful. But there seem to be a few things at the door. Also, Eileen is in mortal peril. I shouldn't be treating this so casually. Let's look at the note first. There's a scrap of red paper stuck in here. I don't think I can protect myself. He's truly insane. I can't hold on any longer. His power can't be measured. I was so scared today that I sealed off the back of the storage room. I wonder if Eileen Galvin is okay. She has no idea what's going on. But she's in danger, nevertheless. July 13th. So this is one of the notes from the Red Diary. Joseph Schreiber's account of his own trials and tribulations in room 203. Check the peephole while I'm up here. No activity. It's nighttime. And down here, you'll probably find this interesting, Cleo. Some kind of strange paper stuck in here. The Succubus Talisman. Card with some kind of frightening demon on it. Can we, like, examine that? No. Or maybe we can. No. Okay, maybe not. Do I need to... I can drop off the apartment keys, because I know I'm not going to be going back there until later. Okay. We'll come back here. But first, we need to get to Eileen, so of course we should be able to go through the same way we've been going this entire time. What's this? The hole is blocked. How am I going to get out of here and save Eileen? I'm all disoriented. Okay. I never usually leave the bathroom through that door. So I came out and I was like, wait, when I see another door opposite me, the hallway's this way, but that's only when I'm coming out of the bedroom. Cleo says, like 10 things just tried to rush out the doorway of my brain and got jammed there. Is there really no way I can get like a close-up on this? No. Okay. So, what we do have, though, is some kind of stain. Come to think of it, it also looks like an evil demon. Could it be, perhaps... Oh, I keep doing that. A succubus? What the hell? This is why Henry gets such a reputation for, like, what the hell being his catchphrase. I remember that from, like, going on fan forums back in the day where it's just like, Henry's go-to line is what the hell, which honestly, compared to a lot of the other Silent Hill protagonists, is actually at least like a reasonable reaction to the horrors. After he did the ritual of the Holy Assumption, other worlds began to force their way into his universe, and it began to swell horribly. But his universe is different than ours. It has limits. And in the limits of that universe, he rules as a king. And in the deepest part of his kingdom is his mother. As you can see, we've got some rectangular depressions in the wall that might look familiar if you've been keeping up with everything. Also, is there something back over here? For some reason, I thought I remember seeing a note back here, but that might have been in the playthrough that I was watching today, and it might not be there yet. Or maybe I grabbed it last time. But anyway, we're finally using those placards that we've been getting at the end of each Hold on. Come on. There we go. There we go. At the end of each world. So we've got the Chaos placard. I wish I had more to say about these. They look evocative at the very least. Placard from the building world. It has an abstract picture and says chaos. Take that. Watchfulness placard. Placard from Water Prison World. It shows an eye. Like this eye? Not quite. And says watchfulness. Take the watchfulness placard. Source placard. Placard from the forest world. It shows a baby and says source. And finally, the temptation placard. Placard from the subway world. It shows a woman and says temptation. It reminds me a little bit of those placards from one of the puzzles in the prison in the original Silent Hill 2 that they replaced with the weight puzzle, or maybe they just did a different puzzle. Yes, the Aztec tiles, Cleo. Just the art style. Still got that shabby doll and the skinned mic cassette. You know what? I'm also gonna grab that first aid kit just in case. Oh, is that in others? Really? Okay. All right. So I think what we're meant to assume is based on that last note we just got from Joseph Schreiber is that this was where a hole originally appeared for him when he was trapped in his apartment experiencing what we're experiencing now. So, sorry to unlock it, Joseph, but we've got a friend in need. I think that's this one. Yes. Temptation. Source. Temptation, is that meant to be a woman? No. Watchfulness. And that was from the water prison, the Panopticon. And chaos. And we have a new way out. The hole. Where will it lead to this time? Eileen, I wonder if she's okay. Oh, no, I'm pretty sure Johnny Sims is on record as saying he's a Silent Hill fan. Cleo. Content warning. Yep, we're getting gory. Okay, that was creepy. And we've got bugs. Okay. Turn around. Turn. Start kicking shit. Come on. Damn it. Stomp them out. Okay. We seem to have reached the requisite hospital level, a staple of each Silent Hill game. Do we have a map of this area? I keep hitting the wrong buttons for things. Map is... Aha. Okay. So, this is where we just came out of. Oh, geez. Creature. There's no sound. Okay. Good to know. Hold on. Let's see. That is important for... Come on. Why isn't there sound? So you're saying there's no video game sound, or... But you're able to hear me. Hold on. Game sound. Okay. I have it set to pick up my headset audio, so you guys should be able to hear what I'm hearing. But no, it doesn't look like it's picking it up. Okay. 1 second. If only, Cleo. Advanced audio properties. Headset audio. Properties. Okay. Now let's see if that works. There we go. There it is. I feel like Lucy in Charlie Brown when he throws the coin in the tin can. Listen to it rattle. Okay. Apologies for that. There were no important sound things that you guys missed. It was mostly just like creepy music as Walter was... There wasn't even a ton of music in that scene with Walter. It was just like gross sounds as he was digging into that body. And now we've got pulsating sound in the background. Another staple of a Silent Hill game. Okay, I'm going to go back in there and kill what I assume are the nurse creatures in this game. They're quite tall, and well, I'll let you discover what else about them. Oh, I can't move with this. I'm so glad that I made sure to turn the sound back on so you could all enjoy that with me. For some reason, the nurses in this game, when you hit them, make a belching sound. I don't know what Akira Yamaoka was thinking when it came to that. Maybe he was on hour a billion of working on both this game and Silent Hill 3, and he was just like, I don't know, these ones are going to belch just because it's funny. And is this the area that Walter was at? There's a strange human-shaped object. So are the nurses from Walter's psyche as opposed to Henry's? Yes, Cleo. I think much like in Silent Hill 1, where the creatures are all manifestations of Alessa rather than Harry Mason, everything we see in this game is a manifestation of Walter rather than Henry. In Silent Hill 2 and 3, they're more inspired by the protagonists. But for this game, it's like Henry's a blank slate kind of as a character, and so he doesn't really have any trauma that's getting brought up. He doesn't have really anything too deep going on mentally. And in any case, this is all like like in that note that we just read from Joseph on the back wall of the storage room, this is Walter's domain, and in it he is king. And so we can assume that these nurses are either meant to be an allusion to his mother or to just nurses at a hospital, like where births usually take place. There may be something deeper there, but I did not look it up. That guy. What in God's name was he doing here? Oh yeah, Walter. Henry still hasn't figured out that that creepy guy is Walter. Yeah. Okay. So why are they belching, Walter? Why are the nurses belching? Oh man. Yeah. Also, the impression I got was like from Walter's expression during that cutscene. He seemed like he wasn't happy to see Henry there. Whereas, like, before he was just sitting on the stairs of the apartment world and was like, hey, Eileen's really nice. Here, take this shabby doll. And this time he's like digging into a corpse and then he sees you and he's like, hey, what the fuck are you doing here? And Henry has that. It's a weird, almost like slow-mo turnaround where he's like the most expression you've seen on his face all game. Okay. I should actually start making progress now. What do we got in here? Because this level is one of the more tedious ones. It's a paper cutting knife. Sure. Originally made for cutting paper. It's hard to use as a weapon. But gosh darn it, he's going to try. I think we can. Yeah. You would think based on that description, it's like, oh, the paper cutter must be like an item for one of the puzzles. It's like, no, it can be used as a weapon. He just says it's hard to use as a weapon. I think I understand why the person in the playthrough I watched this morning didn't pick it up, because it's not a great weapon. Oh, we have our first bit of music coming up, but I'll grab this note first. It's a nurse's memo. I lost Eileen Galvin's hospital room key. She was a patient brought in with severe injuries. I wonder if I left it in one of the other hospital rooms. I really hope not. Now, I was going to say, hey, make sure to remind me that this is what we got to do after this cutscene that's coming up and the music digression that I do. But it's basically the only thing to do in this section. We're going to come up on a hallway with lots of doors. And yeah, we'll get there. All right. Yeah, so we've got a new piece of music coming up that I'm going to talk about for a little bit. If I'm remembering correctly, this is a piece called Fortunate Sleep, Noone Disturb Her. And it's very classic Akira Yamaoka. We're going to have drum machine, we're going to have synth noises, and we're also going to have pretty piano. Like this one, as I was re-listening to it today, actually felt a little bit like a precursor to one of my favorite tracks from Silent Hill Homecoming, the menu music, which is called The Terminal Show. It's a similar situation where you've got like a drum loop and some atmospheric synth, but the piano is really like the focus. One moment. And I'll talk a little bit about how that stuff is constructed. It's not a long cutscene, and we don't even hear the whole track in it. But I'm here to talk about the music, so I'll say things if I have them to say. But yeah, this looks to be X-rays and pictures related to Eileen, as you can see from that little like red circled area right there. Okay. So, we're going to take a moment to bring up my piano and talk a little bit about Fortunate Sleep, Noone Disturb Her. Which almost sounds like, from the title, like a little bit of a, it says Fortunate Sleep, Noone Disturb Her. Maybe it could be talking about death, or it could be talking about, like, hey, she needs to rest up, like, get her strength back. Oh yeah, I need to fix this overlay now because I switched it. One moment. I have the file. Okay, there's the overlay. This is gonna be this one, I believe. Okay. And now I just resize this and ta-da! It's back to the right size. Is that quite cool? There we go. Easy does it. So, Fortunate Sleep, Noone Disturb Her. Like I said before, we've got drum machine sound, a drum loop of some sort, percussive noise of some sort. Then we've got these synth sounds that's coming on like a kind of those tonalities throughout. Also, again, we're in. If you've been watching like the Staying on Theme stuff for a while, then can you guess what key? And you don't recognize it from what I just played on the piano. Can you guess what key we might be in for this? I'll give you multiple choice because it's almost always one of three keys when it comes to Akira Yamaoka. Is it C minor, F minor, or G minor? Very close, Cleo. It is actually F minor. And it's a kind of just sort of like free melodic piano part. Like, particularly in Silent Hill 3 and Silent Hill 4, you hear Akira Yamaoka doing more with the piano than just like repeated phrases, the way that he did with stuff like Promise Reprise or Fermata and Mystic Air from Silent Hill 2. This one, it's more like a... I don't know the exact notes. Now, I almost wanted to say that this was in E flat major because we get that D natural, which is part of the E flat major scale, rather than F minor. If it's an F minor, it'd be F Dorian, which is the scale that we got in Lament of Heaven's Night in Silent Hill 2 Remake, or Heaven's Night in the original Silent Hill 2. But the reason that I'm saying it's F minor Dorian is because there's a third chord in here that he throws in that, with the synth notes in the background, sounds very dissonant. And the only reason I think he's able to justify it, he's probably not thinking about it that way. I genuinely don't think he was thinking about like, oh, I need to be able to justify this in my head. But the way that his brain might be justifying it as like, oh, this is a natural place to go to from, is if it's in a... if F is our tonal center, because it sounds like it's a C major chord with an E in the bass. It might be something different than that, but there's definitely an E in the bass, which creates some really interesting dissonances with like some of the synth stuff going on in the background. But yeah, that whole piece seems to revolve around this F minor Dorian feel to E flat major to this more almost dissonant. It doesn't sound really dissonant without the synth there, but if you go back and listen to the track, it's like the synth's doing something in like F natural minor or something like that, and it does feel a little off, which, whether it's intentional or not, I can always picture Kiriyamaoka hearing a dissonance like that and being like, "Ooh, yeah, let's put that in there. We're making a horror game." And it does have this kind of pretty meditative feel, which happens a few times in this game, where you have these very dark and atonal tracks at times, or places where it doesn't feel like we have a strong tonal center, and you have these haunting pieces like Room of Angel or even Tender Sugar when we hear it later. And then every once in a while you get something like, wait, are we like are we in like a major key feel somehow? And it's almost like a moment of respite from the horrors again. It's easy to call them that. There's one place later in the game, we aren't going to get there tonight, that it happens. And I remember the first time I played this game, it was so striking. And it's one of these like digressions that I've really been looking forward to. But yeah, I'll definitely be making sure to point it out when we get there. But in the meantime, we've got Fortunate Sleep. Noone Disturb Her. I'll resolve back to F minor for you, so you aren't left hanging. If anyone else has any other thoughts on any of the pieces, feel free to like comment on the YouTube video. I'll try to get back to people. Comment in the chat if you're in the chat right now. But with that said and done, let's move on with the game. You guys were able to hear the piano, right? Yes, that's showing up on my headset audio mixer level. Okay. Also, let me know if I need to bring up the volume of the piano or just the headset volume overall. Hey, Dark Wolf. That's Kurt, right? Yeah. How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. We are in a hospital trying to find our friend Eileen, our next door neighbor, who was attacked and rushed off to the hospital. And somehow we found our way to it so that we can try and save her. Is there something on the floor? Nah, it's just a texture thing. See you soon, Cleo. But yeah, so Eileen is the most recent victim of Walter Sullivan, and we actually found her somehow still alive after getting numbers carved into her back, and now we're trying to find her in the hospital, and hopefully she is still alive. What do we got in here? Anything? Just creepy ambience. The light is broken and lying on top of the operating table. All right. Come on. Wait, no, dang it. Got the nutrition drink. There is more blood on the walls than I think is healthy for a hospital. They are not up to code. I would not want to be treated here. Ooh, there's a hole here. I don't think I need to store anything yet. You know what? I will throw the paper cutter back into the inventory just because I know that that's going to be That's not, I'm not going to use that. The axe is great. Oh, I need to change my overlay back to the video game. There we go. Not the first time I've done that. Probably won't be the last. But since I've done it once this stream, I'll probably remember not to do it for the next ones. Okay. Anything at the door? Nope. It's nighttime, so things are less active. And still just Robbie over here. Look, Robbie, I did what I could. Don't point at me with that accusatory finger like it's my fault. Creepy rabbit. Check the window real quick. Are they looking over at my apartment? Nah, Robbie the Rabbit is a friend a friend that they carried over from Silent Hill 3 from the amusement park in Silent Hill. In Silent Hill 3, you discover, like, right at the beginning of the game, you're walking in the amusement park in the Otherworld version of the amusement park, and you find these Robbie the Rabbit, like, human-sized mascot costumes just lying around with, like, blood around their mouths and necks and stuff. And if you go up and check one of them, Heather will just be like, is there someone in there? And of course, being Silent Hill, they never confirm one way or the other. But you can pretty much assume that, yeah, there's someone in there. All right, back to the hospital. We've got our friend to save, our next door neighbor. Okay. Wait, I didn't even do the thing that I went back to do, which was drop the paper cutter off. You know what? We're fine. It's fine. What's a woman's handbag doing here? It must be Eileen's. All right. Why is her handbag just lying around? First aid kit. Portable medical kit. Something on the... Hey, it looks like there's writing there. I would like to read it. It's a baby's medical chart. It's not going to tell us whose, but with all the mother-child symbolism in this game, it doesn't really matter. It just matters that it's a baby's medical chart. Could be Walter's. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. Hey, Kurt, listen to this. Creepy creature design fully disrupted by the most ridiculous noise ever. And it beats me, Kurt. Like we were talking before about how it's even stated in game by a character how the Otherworld is in this game, the like all the creatures and stuff are manifestations of Walter Sullivan. But why? So nurses make sense. Like there's a lot of all these themes of like hospitalization, mother and child, birth, all that sort of thing. But why the belching? Well, so this is the thing is like Akira Yamaoka wasn't just the composer for this game. he was the sound designer as well for the first 4 games. And my theory, burping the baby. Oh, geez, Kurt, did you just solve an age-old question in the Silent Hill fandom? I don't know, maybe, but my theory was that Akira Yamaoka, like, they were working on this game and Silent Hill 3 at the same time, and I wonder if Akira Yamaoka was just like, I'm gonna make the nurses belch just because I've been working on these games for fucking a billion hours, and that'll make me laugh. Kind of like when I was reading The Enchantress of Florence by Salman Rushdie, which is a very good novel, but also a very complicated novel. And like halfway through, he just introduces a character who is cursing. I don't even know if it's just specifically cursing. Like, he is saying fuck so much. I'm like, he must have gotten halfway through this book and was just like, I'm getting so dragged down by how deep and complex this book is. I'm just going to make a character who says fuck all the time to amuse myself. Or, I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be some other noise that is just as very belch-like rattling bones in a hollow frame. That is very generous, Kurt. I don't know if that's the case. It sounds very much like a belch. It's an elevator, but the door button is broken and it's not responding. Okay, I just want to double check and make sure of that. Okay. Anything down here? No. Silent Hill loves a hospital level. And here's one of the most annoying enemies in this entire game, and the most annoying hallway in this entire game. This is just a hallway of doors that are all some of the rooms are just scare rooms because they were getting into that in Silent Hill 3 and 4. But yeah, I almost wonder if they heard the criticisms early on of, I hate walking up to a door and it's saying it's broken or I can't open it for a reason. Why would you even put the door there? And so here they are. They're like, here, have a whole hallway of doors that you can enter, and there's going to be something different in every room. Not all of it's going to be useful, but you're going to have to check every one, or else you're going to be wondering, what if I missed something? So if that was the logic behind it, fair play. But it doesn't look like there's anything else in here besides a random scare with the ceiling almost falling in on you. But yeah. And then we've got the wheelchairs out in the hallway that are just there to get in your way. So let's get through this hallway. I don't think I need to kill these things. Interesting room. It's raining. Oh. I think he does say something if you... It's wet from rain? Raining indoors? Where's this coming from? There's a whole thing in Silent Hill 2 where we had theories about what rain and the fog signified and stuff. I mean, it's a cool effect here. I don't know. Maybe it's meant to symbolize something, but this is a gripe that a lot of people in the Silent Hill fandom get into, where it's like, not everything needs to mean something. It's like, okay, yes, that's true. Not everything needs to mean something. Not everything means something a lot of the time, but also when you have games where like they put in stuff that is super deep, like these references to mothers and child and babies throughout the game, if it's one of those things where like, okay, you play fair with your audience. If you're going to throw stuff in and make it meaningful, then be aware that they may also read into other things that maybe you didn't intend. Another textbook example of this is Lost, a series that I love, but also recognized that the writers got a little in over their head when it was like, hey, let's keep throwing in new stuff. Let's keep like towing the line of jumping the shark every week. And then they get to the end of the series and they're like, oh, we didn't realize everyone was going to care about all that stuff so much. It's like, motherfucker, you put the stuff in the show. So this is another reason why, like, I was talking to someone the other day about the ambiguity in a lot of stories, not just Silent Hill stories, where it's like, I think ambiguity in stories like this isn't just for the sake of like being mysterious or ambiguous for ambiguous sake. I think in a lot of cases it is so that they can force the audience to focus on what they want them to. Like there's tons of stuff in Silent Hill 2 that they don't explain, but it's so that you are focused on the character story going on there. And if they don't explain something, then the question you have to ask yourself is, okay, why didn't they explain that? And it may be, oh, the answer to that question I have doesn't really matter because whatever it is, it doesn't affect the story at the core of this really much, if at all. It doesn't affect it enough for it to be significant, so we're not going to include that detail. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Kurt. Stress to your audience that there's mystery and meaning, but then don't get mad when they do that. When they dive into it and try to solve the mystery and find the meaning. Okay. These holy candles are going to become very important very soon. Also, I'm going to need to go back to my apartment and get rid of some stuff. Dried up flowers. Yeah, like this. It's like, why include these dried up flowers? It's very scenic and evocative. Perhaps they're a reference to Walter's mother in the hospital. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Friggin' wheelchairs. Okay. I think since I'm this close to the edge over here, I'm going to... And their pathing is so annoying. Okay, let's go back in here. Let's actually drop some stuff off in the inventory back in the apartment and then get through the rest of that hallway. Where was the hole? The washroom. Okay. We're going straight to here. Let's put the paper cutter in there. Let's put nutrition drink, ampoule, first aid. You know, let's put both first aids in there. I haven't really run into any situations where I needed it. Holding on to the handbag. I think I can put the holy candle. Well, no, I'll hold on to the holy candle. Just because I don't know when the hauntings are going to start, and I'm going to need to. You're on watch. Check the front door real quick. Nope. Nothing down there. Okay, back to the wheelchairs. Wheelchairs, also a staple of the Silent Hill series, but not typically an enemy. Okay. Going up the right side. So, this is perhaps one of the most famous rooms from this game. Oh, hi, Eileen. Eileen. That's why I drew this on my on my thing back there. Yeah. Remember I said that this hallway's just full of like scare rooms and stuff? Yep, this is one of them. And I also want to say that like I'm not the first person to say this, but there is a similar scare in Silent Hill F that I think is meant to be like a direct reference to this. It's a different spin on it, which is cool, but like I remember stumbling upon that room in Silent Hill F and being like, I wonder, it's probably a reference to this. Tank controls. Fixed camera angles. Where are we? Okay. Did I already? Oh wait, this was the dried flower room. Okay. Going up this way. Oh man, that stinks like hell. What the hell is it? I should have a what the hell counter. If I had an editor, I'd ask them to do that. But I know the editor. He's me. If I had a separate editor. What we got in here? Oh, this actually reminds me of one of the hospital rooms in Brookhaven in Silent Hill 3. Because I feel like this might have been the room that you read the Hope House article on Silent Hill 3, so that might be it. I might be wrong about that. It's just the lighting is reminding me of it. And there's a Saint Medallion, which can be equipped along with a weapon. Anti-spirit effects while held, but will eventually break. So if I've got any, I don't know if it affects the ghosts, but it probably helps out against the ghosts and the hauntings in the apartment when they start. I won't equip it just yet because I don't want to use it up on these friggin' wheelchairs. Okay, where am I going next? Opposite side of the hallway, up one. Oh, don't you dare. And what awaits us in this room? I can see someone on the other side of the wire net, but they're not moving. Well, that's not great. Is it a dead body? Yes, Henry, we're in a Silent Hill game. It's probably a dead body. There's a horrible smell coming from inside the broken glass. The glass is broken. We got bugs, but they're trapped. Oh, no, they can still get me somehow. Okay. So, it's actually awful because I can't attack them. Okay. Oh, yeah. I was watching this today. The lighting of the shadow gets a little wonky in here. Yeah. I feel like this deep into his experiences, he should never be asking, is that up? Because of course it is. It always is. Yes, Kurt. Take the revolver bullets. All right. Oh, okay. So I do need revolver bullets specifically for Richard's revolver. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna. When next time I get back to the apartment, I'm gonna swap out Richard's revolver for the pistol and save the revolver for boss stuff. Which we haven't had any boss battles in this game yet. But there's a big one at the end of the game, so. Okay. Aha. Oh, geez. More belchy nurses. I don't even know if they're meant to be nurses. They just kind of look like women with torn up clothing. Maybe they're supposed to be like a manifestation of how Walter perceives Eileen, which would be kind of fucked up. Walter, what's wrong with you? I mean, we're at the hospital, but Eileen is also at the hospital, so some kind of it's some kind of skin. It smells so bad. It must be fairly new. My God, is it human skin? What do we got in here? Someone broke their bed. Nutrition drink. This bed looks like someone broke it. Accurate. I think that's another reason why Bloober Team decided to forego the like internal narration of stuff like this. A lot of people missed that from the remake, but I mean there was plenty of stuff that, especially in this game, to be fair, maybe not as much as in Silent Hill 2, where you'd go up to something and they'd have a little line of description from the character, and it's like, I didn't really need that. I could see that that bed is broken. Okay, going straight across. Another health drink. Man, they're really stocking me up on stuff. You'd think that there would be a boss battle at the end of this level, but there isn't. I watched it this morning. This room is creepy. It's a sterile room. Which one is the sterile room? Is it our side or the other side? Another tube, which has an umbilical cord vibe. Because umbilical cords are a thing in this game. Oh. It's a sterile room. What about this body? Got anything to say about that? Nope. It's locked. Aha! So not all of these rooms are open, but we will need to get back to that one at some point. Ah! The wheelchairs! Oh my gosh. Oh, good. Lovely. Guy. Don't know whose body this is meant to be. Maybe it's one of Walter's victims, but mostly Walter's victims manifest in the form of the ghosts that we see throughout the game. It's not skinned Mike, is it? Nah. Ooh. Well, that's spooky. Another vase and dried flowers, dead flowers. But this one has a body swinging over it. What the hell? I can see legs coming out from the bottom of the cloth. Okay. Oh, yeah. For some reason, it's hard to walk around in this room. I don't know what the floor is meant to be. Got the pistol bullets. Gonna need to unload some items shortly. What is it meant to be? I have a theory just based on the themes of this game and where we are, but I don't like that theory. Okay. I'm not going to be able to pick that up, right? Can't hold anymore. Limited inventory. Some kind of skin. It smells horrible. There's something stuck in it. Around the middle of the skin, there's still some meat attached on the inside. Okay, Henry. There are all sorts of medicines, but I don't know what any of them are. Okay, I may need to unload some of these items first, because I'm going to need the key to get into that locked room. Oh, jeez. Chairs. Nobody use that. Nobody take that audio out of context and use it for something that makes me look bad, please. Okay. Tank controls. Tank controls. Of course, now I walk in. Cleo, welcome back. I was just voicing my frustration with the wheelchair monsters. And so I was saying, friggin' wheelchairs. Currently, Cleo, we are making our way downtown, walking fast. But we are also making our way through a long hallway full of doors and coming across all sorts of unsavory things. Yeah, you know what? I don't need the health drink right now. And nothing seems to be happening, so I'm going to throw that holy candle in here. And, well, no, I'm going to grab that. Yes, we are still in the hospital world. Yep, it's 8:14. I mean, I did do music digression, but yeah, that hallway, it's so long, and there are so many rooms. Nothing going on over there. Nothing going on with the door. Yeah. I had to go back to the apartment because I picked up a bunch of items and didn't have room for, like, key items, which in more contemporary games, they keep that stuff separate. But in this game, they're like, nope. All your inventory is in the same thing. So if you got too many bullets... Wait, did I not throw bullets in but not grab the pistol? I mean, I'm probably not going to be using the pistol anyway. Oh, wait. Hold on. What do I have? I'm going to want the pistol. No, I didn't mean to do that. No. Why did I put down the holy candle? Damn it. Can I pick it back up? Please let me pick it back up. And I had just thought about saving in the apartment. That would have been such a good reason to do that, because now I accidentally... Damn it. That's chill. I just fully believe downtown world could be a thing. I'm gonna grab the pistol. I wasted my holy candle, which is not great. The controls in this game are gonna be the death of me. Watch, now is when it's gonna start a haunting. Okay, where's the pistol? There we go. Okay. Candles are another thing that should be in their own separate inventory. There's not even any spirits here. Why the... Dang it. Okay. I should have just put it in the inventory box. Okay, where were we? Alright, let's run up this way. Dodge the wheelchair. Second. What do we got in here? More x-rays. There are a bunch of x-ray pictures stuck up on the board. Are these Eileen's x-rays? I mean, normally I'd be like, no, there are plenty of other patients in this hospital, but already this hospital is not structured in a reasonable, logical, Euclidean manner based on the way that you would normally construct a hospital. So yeah, they probably are Eileen's x-rays. Either that or maybe someone else in Walter's life. There are x-ray pictures on the floor. Eileen? There are photos on the wall. If I don't have... Well, that's spooky. If I don't have a holy candle available for the first haunting, I'm going to be so mad. That terrible smell. What's behind this cloth? I don't know, man. It doesn't look good, whatever it is. And there are hooks in this room. That's not a good sign. Oh. This wall must be to prevent suicides. Well, the hooks kind of nullify the wall, I feel like. If the wall is there for protection, I feel like the hooks kind of counteract what the padded walls were attempting to do. Just putting that out there. Ah, yes. Finally, a key. I'm sure nothing will go wrong just grabbing it from this snakehead. Hospital room key. Finally, we have... Oh, no! It's probably the key to Eileen's hospital room. It's locked. Well, it's also the key to this cage. And one last room to check. Also, that's a very cool image there. Reminds me of some of the images they had in Brookhaven in the Silent Hill 2 remake. This long thing, what the hell is it? Some kind of umbilical cord? Yes, this is Silent Hill 4. If it's a long tube of some sort, it's probably an umbilical cord. And this looks like a fucked up NICU or something like that, which is just great. This fifth down on the left. All right, we got another piece of music coming up. I don't know if I have as much to say about this one, but it's called Drops of Shame. Hey, we found her. Eileen, you okay? It looks like her eyes are open. Or maybe... Eileen?
Eileen! Eileen, relax!
Reasonable reaction, considering what she's gone through. Yeah, Henry's bedside manner's not great.
Henry? From next door? What are you doing here?
I don't know where to start. There was this strange hole in my room. I saw people getting killed. All these weird other worlds. And I saw you get attacked too.
What are you talking about? I'm supposed to believe that?
But it's true. And there was a kid with you.
I remember now. I was getting ready to go to my friend's party. The boy protected me from the man with the coat. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I guess there's something wrong with me. I just feel so scared. This place. Where is it anyway?
I don't know either. But I do know that if you get killed here, then you die in the real world too.
Like the Matrix?
Anyway, the only way out of here is through that hole.
Okay. Okay, take me with you.
She's a few things to say about that scene before I talk about the music. Hold on. Boom, boom. Okay, I just wanted to figure out those notes because I hadn't figured out them out before. Cleo says, it blows my mind that they gave her this giant unwieldy cast, like acknowledging that she actually got messed up, even if it's not sexy.
Nightmare. It can't be happening.
I mean, she's still in the tiny dress, but no, yeah, it is like, again, it's interesting the way that Silent Hill has handled its female characters over the years. And I think I even was reading something online the other day about like I think they specifically had like at least one artist on the team for this game who was a woman. Because I remember reading a quote from her where she talked about how like, yeah, I wanted Eileen to have that like girl next door vibe, but also feel like a real person, not like a Hollywood girl next door. And so that it's one of those quotes that like, I don't know how it is aged because she was like, oh yeah, I gave her like a little, like she's got a little bit of a bigger ass or something like that. I'm like, okay, I don't even know if I noticed that. I'm also a gay man, so I don't know. But again, remembering that these games were being made late 90s, early 2000s, I think part of what I appreciate about the way they handle a lot of these things in these games is like, particularly when it comes to video games, since video games took a bit of a while to mature in that way. It seems like they always wanted to just like if for no other reason than to ground the characters in reality as much as they could. they made such an effort with characters like Maria and Mary and Eileen and Heather to portray them as people rather than sex objects, which is what a lot of other video games were doing at the time. Now, there is promo art of Heather from Silent Hill 3 that came out at the time, which is not great in that context, but when it comes to the game itself, it does feel like Team Silent made an effort to portray women like, well, for lack of a better term. I don't know how deep I want to get into those sorts of topics, because I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to articulate myself off the cuff. Cleo says, my prediction is that a remake gives her a cute party jacket and fandom melts the fuck down. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I still can't get over the way people reacted to Maria's costume change in the Silent Hill 2 remake. Just ridiculous. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the piece Drops of Shame that we just heard. So let's pause that. And let's bring up the piano demos. Anyway, so I think I just determined that the song was in D minor. And kind of doing these parallel fifths situation. I think that's a really easy way that Akira Yamaoka gets some of the creepiness in a lot of tracks from the Silent Hill soundtracks, where instead of just thinking about, okay, I'm in this key, these are the notes I can use. Like if we are in D minor, those are all the consonant notes that you could use. But what it sounds like he's doing in the synth and then in the piano, he's got these parallel fifths over like certain bass notes that are held, that like this note is not in D minor, and like we could justify it in some modal sense, but I think really what he's doing is like, oh, if I do these parallel fifths in half step motion, first and the fifth, first and the fifth, just moving them parallel that way, we get these creepy noises, and then it shifts down to like with C and then back to the D. And later on in this track, like when, like, because initially it's just, again, drum or percussion loop of some sort, synth tone, and then a piano gets overlaid on top of the synth tone that's doing something similar, but I think there's even more dissonance going on in the piano. It sounds like it's like doing these parallel seconds or something like that, just to add even a little bit more dissonance. So yeah, another textbook example of Akira Yamaoka's stylistic tendencies. We're in a minor key, we've got a drum loop in the background, and we are not completely disregarding our tonal center or our sense of like consonance and key, but we're thinking about it a little bit more mathematically, or a little bit more, the word that comes to mind is angular, like doing stuff like that. Like also parallel fifths are like a big no-no in early, like in traditional like choral part writing and stuff. And so there's a lot of things to be said about fifths and parallel fifths. Like a fifth tends to sound hollow because you don't have a third defining whether it's major or minor. It has a little bit of ambiguity to it. And then, yeah, doing it in parallel doesn't... part of the reason I think they avoid it in choral music is because it can lead to kind of bland part writing. But then you get into rock music, and all of rock music is power chords, which is like parallel fifths all over the place. But yeah. So that is, yeah, I'm pretty sure that piece is called Drops of Shame. And that's another little bit of music theory for you, using the Silent Hill soundtrack by way of the Silent Hills 4 soundtrack. Now let's see if we can help Eileen out here, now that we have saved her from this weird hospital world that she, notably, she is also experiencing. Like, there's definitely stuff in Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3 where you're like, okay, not everyone is experiencing the same thing. But again, closer to Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 4 is, no, we are in Walter Sullivan's world, and anyone who's caught up in this whole thing is experiencing it. Although, we will see very shortly that even though Eileen clearly recognizes that she's not in a good place, she still isn't experiencing it the same way that Henry does. Another thing that I wanted to bring up about that scene is the fact that she is so quick to be like, oh, sorry, I didn't believe you. There must be something wrong with me. I'm like, no, it was reasonable for you to not believe him at first. Like, the fact that he knew about the child was really the thing that tipped her over into believing him. Also, just want to say, like, I think Eileen's voice actress is probably the best voice actor in this game. She, particularly when it comes to some of the weirder dialogue, she really handles it like a champ. Whereas you got, not to knock the other voice actors, but like Henry's over here with like, yeah, there was this hole in my apartment. And also him going like, Eileen, relax. It's like, that actually made me think of James in the Silent Hill 2 remake after Angela's big moment where he's like, hey, it's okay. And I'm like, James, I know, I understand that you're trying to calm her down, but saying it's okay is not the thing to say right here. And in a similar situation, it's like, Eileen was just attacked by a strange man. We don't know what her eyesight's like also, not that that makes a huge difference, but like when she wakes up and sees a man looming over her bed, it is very reasonable for her to react in fear like that. And for Henry to just immediately like try to like grab her like that, I don't know that I would have done that, Henry. But thankfully she recognized what was going on and was able to calm down. But yeah, this whole thing is,
The boy that helped me. I wonder if he's okay.
yeah. What about that boy? And that's also interesting that she says the boy helped her, and the boy seems to be the only reason that she's alive. And if we already know that the boy is also supposed to be Walter, because Andrew DeSalvo in the water prison referred to him as such. So we've got Walter Sullivan, the boy, and then Walter Sullivan, the man in the coat, at odds with each other. Interesting. Okay. Where do we got to go? Back to the hole. Cleo says, I think both we and Henry tend to forget that we've seen Eileen a whole lot more than she's seen him. Yeah, and Henry needs to be a little bit more conscientious about that. I mean, I, as a player, was making him do that. Like, you've talked about this with your Silent Hill 2 playthrough, Cleo. It's like, ultimately, we are the ones making the choices for the player characters. Oh, wait, actually, oh, the wheelchairs are gone. Thank goodness. And now we can equip Eileen with her purse. Because now... Oh, geez! Oh, God. We have that time-honored tradition of a companion that now travels with us. Get him, Eileen. Yeah. Eileen at least has more capability to her. Oh, she's limping. Oh my gosh. Poor Eileen. And she's in heels. Jeez. Like, grab one of those pairs of shoes near your door. They probably aren't going to fit her, but next time you're back at the apartment, Henry, try to find her some alternative. But yeah, Eileen at least has more capability than Maria did in that she has a weapon and can attack the creatures. But yeah, I was talking to Cleo earlier this week about how, like, it just was a thing that so many games at this time had. Like, the most infamous one being Ashley in Resident Evil 4. But yeah, like, keep your companion safe. That was a time-honored tradition. Is there a way I can heal her? I don't have any health on me anyway, but... Alright. So, let's go back to the apartment. Eileen, she's gone. She didn't make it through the hole with us, which, honestly, the fact that we, like, wake up in our bed every time, it might have been a little weird if she did come through the hole with us and we just woke up next to her in bed. Okay. Crap. I think we're going to get our first haunting, and I accidentally used my holy candle, which is frustrating. But I do have a saint medallion. Anything out here? Oh, there's a little Robbie the Rabbit hot air balloon promoting Silent Hill Amusement Park. Air in this room feels heavy. All right, let's equip the saint medallion. Oh. The ceiling fan has fallen down. This room, it's so oppressive. Okay. No hauntings yet. Whatever was over the mantle here is gone. Okay. I guess not do that yet. Is there anything else I want to grab from here? I don't know if you can give Eileen health potions. Can you? I'll throw one in just in case. Cleo says, yeah, we talked about Salome playing this, yelling that Eileen was a strong, independent woman who would not be getting in the way. And I'm just crying that she's shouting, "Get out of the way, Eileen!" Okay. Check on Robbie. I don't think anything changes about that for the rest of the game. Ah. It's a red envelope. There's a letter and a small key inside. You've seen that world as well. That horrible nightmare. But if you get sucked into it, it's not just a nightmare. Don't get lost in there. If you get pulled in, you'll be killed. But there's still hope. Maybe this small key will guide you. If you've seen the door with a placard set in it, look on the other side of the door. Then keep going down to the deepest part of him and look for the ultimate truth. July 20th, Joseph. So that is the note that makes me think back to Silent Hill 2. In my Silent Hill 2 remake playthrough, I talked about how there was when you get to the end of the hospital sequence, or the regular Brookhaven Hospital, before it goes into the Otherworld Brookhaven, you unlock a safe in the director's office, and there is a note there, the first of several notes that we believe are from the director, that suggest that he somehow knows about your journey, or at least knows that your journey is coming. And it introduces this weird kind of like question of time in things. And that note seems to suggest something very similar, that Joseph Schreiber somehow knows about what's going on with Henry. And maybe it's his ghost leaving a note for us, or maybe there's some weird time stuff going on where we're doing things non-Euclidean now. But in any case, wait, is there a faint? Oh, okay. Yeah. But he's trying to help us out. Aha! Even more letters. These were the ones I was thinking about before. How long has it been since I left this room? I can't tell if it's been days or hours. But during that time, they found the body of 14 out of 21. I've been having hallucinations lately. I think I'm losing my mind. No date written. This is why, like, I grew so attached to Joseph as a character in this game, because, like, again, Henry's, and this isn't even really a criticism of the game, because I think it functions well in terms of what they're going for, but, like, Henry's a pretty blank slate character. He's kind of a nothing character. Joseph is so interesting, and these little bits and pieces of notes from him, and he gets fleshed out as a character in a way where, and he leaves things to help you in a way where you really, like, I got really attached to him as a character. Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this. Can I do this from my phone? Stream manager. Wait. Oh, come on. How do I get rid of it? No, I didn't want to pin that. Unpin. Hold on. Did I accidentally? I did. Oh my gosh. I need to actually pay attention to what I'm doing. Unpin this message. Okay. Can't I just get rid of this? How do I... Why can't I never figure out how to, like, ban someone? There we go. Okay. I finally figured it out. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Don't know how far we're going to get tonight. We're at least going to get out of the hospital world, but don't know if we'll get through the entirety of the second subway world. Looks like a scrap from a diary. Walter Sullivan did kill himself. He died in his prison cell of blood loss after he stabbed himself in the neck with his spoon. His body was buried in a cemetery just outside his hometown of Silent Hill in an unmarked grave. After that, his name became famous all over the world, and it looked like his string of mass murders was finished at 10 out of 21. But 3 years later, they found a corpse that had 12 out of 21 carved into it. The corpse was from 6 months earlier. In other words, the person was killed 2.5 years after Sullivan committed suicide. The MO was exactly the same as Sullivan's, except for one thing. I feel like I should read that with the Johnny Sims. There was one other thing. All 10 of Sullivan's victims were found with their hearts cut out and their chest wounds sewn together expertly with thread. On the other hand, the 12 out of 21 victims still had their heart. Naturally, the police think it's a copycat and are proceeding on that basis. But they haven't made any progress and recently discovered victim number 13. This corpse also had their heart intact. The police still haven't even identified a suspect. I've got a working hypothesis. Very few people knew the details of the original crimes and would be able to copy Sullivan's MO so precisely. First, I'll head to Silent Hill, to the graveyard near that beautiful little lake. Maybe I'll find the answer there. And Cleo says, ghosts can't sew. That's why their hearts are... I mean, yeah, maybe that's it. June 11th. And one more paper. The weather that day was very strange. Even though I avoided the earlier storm, there was still a thick fog clinging to everything. Fortunately, that allowed me to avoid being seen and get right to work. The police are still stubbornly acting as if it's just a copycat case. So I figured things probably hadn't been touched here. But I was wrong. I should have come sooner. The cemetery was in such bad condition that it was almost sad. The storm must have raised the sea level. Anyway, that's how it was when I found Walter Sullivan's grave. This diary is pretty damaged around this point, and I can't read it anymore. I'm still in shock. There was no body in the grave. And on top of that, written on the coffin were the numbers 11 out of 21. June 14th. So we discover that despite all accounts saying that Walter Sullivan was dead and buried, his body was not in the coffin. Where could it be then? It would have been really cool if he just appeared right there, but alas. I'm going to save, just in case I do any other dumb accidental things, like using a holy candle. I might go back to that previous save between streams so that I can not lose that holy candle, because they are going to become important. The room is already feeling heavy. But why... But why male models? Why is Eileen not here? Oh, and we've got another piece of music coming up right now. Last one of the night.
Henry. Oh.
Have you been here the whole time?
Yeah? And I didn't see any hole either. You just disappeared all of a sudden. I can't stay here by myself. I'll be cursed. You know it. What am I gonna do?
I might know a way to save you. Do you know about someone named Joseph?
Yeah. He was the guy who lived in your apartment before you. I think he was a journalist or something. He disappeared about 6 months before you moved in. But toward the end, he started acting really weird.
Yeah. He was doing an investigation about a religious cult and a man named Walter Sullivan. I got this letter from him. He told me to go down into the deepest part of him, and to look for the ultimate truth. Let's do that. There must be something down there.
Okay. I'll do it. You're the only chance I've got. I'll stick with you.
This is where we start to get more of that kind of off Silent Hill dialogue. Where, yeah, let's do that. Like, first of all, the fact that Eileen's so quick to kind of get on board with stuff, which, to be fair, she does say you're the only chance I got. But specifically the line, like before she had that line where she said, oh, there must be something wrong with me, which seemed a little weird to me. And then here she says, I'll be cursed, I know it. That feels like such a leap, but it's something where like the writer of this game knows where they're going with this, and they're just getting that detail in there. And yeah, it's weird, but we'll talk about more about that after we discuss the piece of music that we just heard. One of my favorite pieces of music from this game, and one that was actually used in the Silent Hill movie. I believe during the Silent Hill 2006 movie, I believe it's used during the scene where Rose is using the little like maps on the corners of the streets to find her way to the elementary school. It is a piece called Wounded Warsong. And it is primarily like you've got this kind of like tribal drum beat in the background. You've got that kind of like higher pitched synth noise. And then you've got the rising chord progression in the background that's doing some, I think it's just parallel fifths where it's like. I hope this is the right key. Really quick, I'm going to bring it up on my phone just so I can double check. Yeah, it might be. My keyboard might be the tone might be a little detuned, or my keyboard might be a little bit off. But I'm pretty sure it's this like parallel fifths from F to G flat to A flat to B flat. And so I would say that like we're kind of in the key of B flat just based on this progression. It feels like we're arriving at our tonic when we get to B flat. Not a whole lot to say about this on a compositional level, except that like that rising figure is a sample. It's not something that Akira Yamaoka came up with himself. He came up with how he used it here and layered in like the tribal drum noises and like the chain sound and stuff. But that sample is actually I don't know if I would say a famous sample, but it is used in other places besides this game. So first of all, the sample, actually, no. Yeah, I'll start by saying this. What I know about this sample is entirely due to the work of a YouTube user named Chu Yu is Insane, or Chu is Insane, CHUUIS Insane, who put a couple of videos up regarding the sample. The sample is from a library called ELAB Ecstatic Goldmine 4, and it's sample 2 and 3 from track 33. Here, Akira Yamaoka is using it for a track in Silent Hill 4, and it's another one of those tracks where I'm like, I don't know if this really feels appropriate for the scene, but it's a cool track at the very least. The other places that Chu is Insane found this sample were much more famous than where they're used in this game. They've actually put up 2 videos about this. This sample is used in not 1, but 2 Britney Spears songs and a Bon Jovi song. That's right, it's Britney, bitch. The first one that this user talked about is You Drive Me Crazy, the Stop remix, where you can hear it in like the middle of the first verse, like in an instrumental section, and then after the first chorus, where it's spliced in a way where it's kind of rhythmically a little bit different, but it is very clearly that same sample pitched to a different key so that it fits in the song. Yeah. If you go back and listen to the Stop remix of You Drive Me Crazy, you will hear that same sample from Wounded Warsong in the middle of the first verse and after the first chorus. It's spliced up a bit more and rearranged in another Britney Spears song. What was the other one? Stronger. Like during the chorus, like the stronger, I just can't, like you can hear it in the background of that song as well, but it's not as recognizable because it isn't just like doing it's doing like a, it's doing like the chord progression isn't the same. So they chopped it up and rearranged it a little bit. But yeah, this user Choose Insane that talked about how there seems to be a connection, at least between like hearing it in multiple Britney Spears songs and in a Bon Jovi song, "It's My Life." Again, chopped up and not quite as recognizable, but those Britney Spears tracks and that Bon Jovi track all were produced by the same producer, a guy named Max Martin, who worked at a studio called Cheiron, I think, CHEIRON, back in the 90s. And so it seemed to be a favorite sample of his. Like the 90s and the early 2000s were such a big time for sample usage. So it seems that Max Martin and Akira Yamaoka were drawn from the same sample library when they were working on stuff. So a fun little connection to have there. The only other thing I'll say about this track on a compositional level is like I like the way that they used it in the first Silent Hill movie because it does have this feeling of like, oh, we're progressing towards something. And so this does make sense, at least in terms of the overall story, where he decided where Akira Yamaoka decided to use this track, or where the director decided to put it, because we are learning more about the story, and we're picking up momentum in terms of like things about the mystery being revealed. Like we're apparently going to be diving into the depths of him, which, I mean, again, there may have been better ways to phrase that, but basically what Joseph was saying in a very cryptic way is we are going to be diving into the depths of Walter Sullivan and what makes him tick. And Eileen's going to be joining us for that journey. Yeah, Wounded Warsong, definitely one of my favorite tracks from this game. So now let's get back to the game. We've got an hour left in the stream. Let's see how far we can get. We might be able to get through second time through the subway world, but first we got to get out of the hospital. Okay. Like if I use this right now, is there a way I can choose to use it on Eileen? I should just look that up at some point in time. If I can use those on Eileen. Okay. Let's try the one door I didn't try. Lock is broken. Okay. Maybe the elevator is going to work now. Oh, at the top of the screen, covered up by the arrow. Lovely. Oh, I'm sorry, Eileen. What? Okay, maybe not that. I can't use this here. Okay. How do I examine? I don't know. Maybe we go back upstairs?
Please, don't leave me alone.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eileen. I didn't mean to run so fast. I gotta be careful about that. I had it on auto run, but yeah. Taking care of Eileen matters a lot in this game. Like, it matters in Silent Hill 2, taking care of Maria, but taking care of Eileen really matters in this game. What are you looking at? Elevator must be on another floor. I need to press the button on the right to call it. Ah, I see. Yes.
How did I get into this?
I don't know, Eileen. Oh. You just had the bad luck of living beside a haunted apartment. Okay. So let's see. Everything's broken except for the open close button. Really? What do we do? I'm sorry. Do we go back out here? I just watched this morning, but this section felt confusing. We called the elevator. Is there an item I need to use? Oh, maybe the key is for the elevator. No. Double check one more time. Okay. What are we doing? I might need to pull up the walkthrough. I'm sorry, Eileen. You do not deserve this. You don't deserve any of this. Ah, that's right. We moved the elevator so that we could go underneath it, where everything is fine, and there aren't a bunch of bodies at the bottom of the elevator shaft. Because that would just be horrible. They wouldn't do that. This is a Silent Hill game. Okay. And now for perhaps the goofiest moment of this entire game. They belch as they fall down the stairs. I should try doing this power attack thing. Oh, I gotta stomp him out. That's right. Oh, come on. Stomp out. There we go. Oh, damn it. Odd. Come on. No, don't get back up. Okay. This has a terrible remix quality of its own. Yep. A certain rhythm to it. Is there writing on the wall here? Ever downward. And we've got the halo of the sun on the door. And now to me, one of the coolest environments in this game. Just this long spiral downwards. With spooky bodies hanging everywhere, a trail of blood. This is one of the parts of, like, again, there's a part in every Silent Hill game that tends to get called like the nowhere section, where it's just like, yeah, we're outside the bounds of reality now. And this to me is one of the cooler looking ones, because it isn't just like, oh, we've got an endless staircase into nothingness, or oh, we've got doors that lead to rooms that shouldn't be there. Like this place has an aesthetic, and this is the place that I think of anytime I read the title of that one track on the soundtrack. Into the Depths of Self-Discovery. Because that feels like what we're doing here. Okay. I think it's gonna start. We're gonna start with the hauntings, and I don't have a holy candle. This is gonna get frustrating. Okay. Nothing yet. Thought I could hear someone walking for a second. Okay. Check the radio. Maybe they're being nice to me since they know I don't have a holy candle. I am going to save. Again, in case I do something stupid. Below Hospital World. I have 21 saves, 21 out of 21. The 21 sacraments have been complete. Have we talked about the 21 sacraments yet? So this is the thing, is like, I think one of the things that a lot of people who either make new Silent Hill games or adapt Silent Hill kind of sometimes get wrong, or at least like with some of the Western made games before the Silent Hill 2 remake came out, and like with the movies sometimes, is that they think, oh, it's all about the atmosphere, it's all about the aesthetic. And anyone who's watched me play these games knows that's not the only thing. Like, the stories here are very interesting and complex and deep and meaningful in a lot of ways, and that gets lost sometimes when people just focus on like, oh well, all people really care about is like the aesthetic and the monsters and stuff. That said, I cannot deny that a huge reason I like these games so much is because the aesthetic is so on point. Like, there's a reason why after seeing the movie and playing the first few games that I played, like, there were so many things in life that I was just like, oh, that reminds me of Silent Hill. Oh, this reminds me of Silent Hill. There's something about this aesthetic that just does it for me, and is like my favorite type of horror aesthetic, where it has that grittiness and that griminess, but also that like disturbing, beautiful quality. Like, it's something that I think I brought up before, but like we talked a lot about with Hannibal, the TV show, where it's like the disturbing, like grotesque beauty of the murder tableaus, and it's something that they brought to the forefront in Silent Hill F, where like part of the ethos of that game was finding beauty in the horror and finding horror in the beauty. And when they were talking about that in the Silent Hill transmission before Silent Hill F came out, I was like, that to me is like, they said it so many times that it almost became a joke by the end of it. But it was, to me, a good sign that, like, okay, they know what they're doing with Silent Hill F. They know that, like, Silent Hill isn't just about this, that, or the other thing. There is a logic to the aesthetic beyond just it looks cool. All right. And now where are we? Oh, camera angles. Nope, can't read that. A candle. Thank goodness. They heard me complaining, and they were like, don't worry, we got your back. You'll have something for the first haunting. But after that, ooh. Okay, where are we? We are in the subway world. Is this door unlocked? No. It's unlocked. Oh, and we're back to the monkeys. You better not steal my axe. So this is a part of the game that gets a lot of criticism, and rightly so, because it is a little bit of lazy gameplay design, but also they justify it on a storytelling level, I think. We are going back through the worlds that we experienced in the first half of the game. Oh, so Kurt, you weren't here for the Walter, why are there monkeys? So I'll preface this by saying, like, with a lot of the monster designs, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here for this, Kurt. The crimes against, like, animals in this game, in terms of just like biology and whatever, are incredible. Because yeah, so first of all, when it comes to the monster designs, not just in this game but in a lot of the games, some of them clearly they start with story and then develop the monster from the story. In other cases, they start with the monster and then figured out a way to justify it in the storytelling, which the first 4 games generally do a good job of. The Western-made games don't always do a good job. With this game, there is this theme of mother and child going on. And so one of the theories I had for the
I wonder if
monkeys,
Joseph is still alive.
I don't know if Joseph is still alive. And I think what we're meant to be seeing here is like a monkey-like creature with almost like a monkey hanging off the front of it, like a mother would carry a baby monkey child. I think we also will get like certain little things, but also like they have a radio. They have a like a story on the radio at one point, multiple stories on the radio actually that reference the local zoo. And talk about how like, oh, this animal had a new baby. Mother and child are doing well. Again, to kind of reinforce those mother and child themes in the game. And I think that's part of how they justify it here. It's like, oh, Walter went to the monkey exhibit as a kid or something. I'm almost positive there's one coming up where it's specifically like, oh, here's why there are awful dogs in this game. Awful hellhound dogs. Information for the Lynch Street line. The King Street line is really south. Okay, yeah, that's what I've seen before. But yeah, like there are potential thematic reasons for it. But yeah, why it sounds like a jaguar when you hit it. Again, you'd have to ask Akira Yamaoka. I imagine he was like, these are creatures from another dimension, so they don't have to make sense. They have to kind of make sense, but they don't have to totally make sense. And them still sounding like monkeys when they get hit, that's what they'll be expecting. Let's.
Too fast.
I'm sorry, Eileen. I don't think there's anything back here to get. Is there? Maybe a health drink. But yeah, he likes doing that thing where he throws in a sound that you don't expect, and maybe that's how he's justifying using your jaguar noise. Not trying to defend him, just trying to explain it. How do I turn? There it is. Okay. Gotta try not to run so fast because Eileen's. I don't know if like the tracking in this game is as meticulous as it is in the Silent Hill 2 remake. I think you just have to defend Eileen, but I don't think it like if you're running away from her a bunch, it affects it, but it's possible. Mostly, I just want to make sure that I take care of Eileen, or else bad things can happen. Okay. Do I want to go back to my apartment yet? You know what? I think I am going to go back to my apartment and save. Oh. We got the larvae again, or slugs, or whatever they are. The cat army, if you will. Yeah, I don't know, I can't remember if you were there for that, Kurt, but there's an apartment in the apartment world that was clearly a cat lady's apartment. And there are a bunch of larvae right in front of the fridge. And I think the assumption you're supposed to make is like, oh, those larvae are basically supposed to represent her. Larvae is probably not the right term for those. Those slugs are supposed to represent her cats, and you just squashed all of them. Okay. Now, I think, is where we're going to start to see the hauntings in room 203. The atmosphere has gotten oppressive, and we've got a holy candle. very bad feeling all over. What? Maybe I've been holding something that somehow weakened this. Okay. Holy candle. Save me. The bad feeling is getting weaker. It must be this candle. Oh, jeez. I gotta stay away from it. Because where once my apartment healed me, now it has become a dangerous place. Radio isn't even making static anymore. That's interesting. Anything out here? Probably not. More notes. Nope. There's a scrap of red paper stuck in here. Oh, so Henry lives at my house now. Oh, I'm sorry, Cleo. I found 2 mysterious and powerful artifacts that seem to be very effective for evading the ghost victims. The Holy Candle and the Saint Medallion. Not only are they effective against the ghost victims in the other world, they also seem to prevent them from invading my room. Just light the candle near where they're coming in and its holy power is activated. The Saint Medallion seems to repel unholy energy when it's worn. I'm starting to gain some hope. One thing I want to point out about this note, July 25th, is unless I am much mistaken, this is the first time in any of the games that we get a canon usage of the phrase "the other world." I think in previous games it's typically just referred to as like like if people call it that other world or something, it's with lowercase o, lowercase w, or like that strange dimension. I think this is the first time in any of the games that they officially codified it as the other world. And it may have even just been intended to be like, oh, this is what Joseph is referring to it as. But I think it had already been used outside the game, probably by like the developers and stuff, to talk about it. But it's interesting to think about the things that get codified specifically in this game, in Silent Hill 3, like the name of the order, referring to that other dimension as the other world. The symbology of the order with like the halo of the sun, although we already had the seal of Metatron in the original Silent Hill. Yeah, just a little fun bit of trivia that I felt like pointing out. It's a filthy envelope. There's a letter and a toy key inside. Mommy, I'll give you this, so please wake up soon. It's inside my toy train. Put the kid's letter into your scrapbook. More time strangeness. Was this left by the boy, Walter? A key-shaped plastic kid's toy. Okay. I've got a Saint Medallion on me. So worst comes to worst, I can always equip that. Oh, I should save. Enter the hole. Yes. Oh, am I gonna need the coins for the turnstile again? Maybe. I'll go back real quick and grab those. gonna try and get to the end of this version of the subway world. I think they go more quickly the second time through. At the very least, I know where everything is this time through. Subway tokens. Lynn Street line for David Lynch. We don't have to worry about the skin mic cassette. No, I didn't. Okay. All right, and men's bathroom. Anything for me in here? Oh, health. Do I need any? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna use it. I'm sorry. Okay. And here is where we get one of the creepiest ghosts in this entire game. You already see some signs of her with this trail on the ground. Should have grabbed the sword. Cynthia has returned as a ghost, doing her best Samara impression. Okay, I'm gonna equip the same medallion. Okay, Eileen, stay with me. Let's go this way. No, are you trying to attack her? Okay. Let's see if we can go through here. King Street line exit. Looks like Cynthia dropped some of her stuff here. There's a commuter ticket here. Okay. Street line exit. I'm sure got one. Okay, let's use it. Okay, let's go, Eileen. Poor Cynthia. Okay. Oh, dogs. There's another, not quite dog-like screech. Is that another ghost over there? That might be another ghost that's about to rise. No, that's a dog. are these protuberances? Oh, riding crop. Wait, hold on. What did it say? It's horse riding crop. Okay. I believe, yeah, that's an Eileen only weapon. All right, Eileen, you're upgrading your weapon. If I run into something else, I'll use a health. So, can I not read that note or anything? You have so many things to say about everything else, but nothing to say about these weird, like, garbage bag looking things, or like the weird bodies or whatever those are. I feel like a purse Kurt says, I feel like a purse loaded with a heavy object is a better weapon than a horsewhip, but sure. Face it, Kurt, it's Silent Hill. Okay, we're going down in an earlier round. And Eileen, we're going down swinging. I think there are more ghosts down here. Oh, I don't want to have to deal with the fucking subways again. See, this is why this game gets such a bad reputation, because the worlds the first time around, there are tedious parts of them, and then knowing that you have to do them again is just, it's brutal. Okay, how do I get through here? I don't remember. Oh, but
This looks like South Ashfield Station.
the toy box. We got the key for the toy box. Okay, how do we get to the toy box? Yes, it looks like South Ashfield Station, but something's wrong with it. Now, we can open this thing, which we weren't able to open the first time around. There's a toy box here. It has 10,008 written on it, perhaps? It's locked and I can't open it. There's a filthy toy coin inside the box. You got the filthy coin. Coin caked with dirt and grime. I bet I could clean it in the kitchen sink in my room. More creative things they thought of to do with this game. Like, for every bad gameplay decision that they made, there's another creative thing where it's like, oh yeah, like that's a cool way to utilize your apartment and everything. And I know I saw Cynthia-ghost down the way. I'm just checking to make sure this isn't the way to go. Oh, Cynthia. Can we get to this door? Well, she seems to be caught up a bit, so maybe if we just run past. There we go. Is she still following us? Ah, jeez. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that that went both ways. Make your bisexual jokes as needed. I don't know. Which way am I going? Did I just get turned around? Did I just go back the way I came? No. I'm going the right way, right? Where the fuck am I going? No. Where did I come from? It doesn't help that this is like all backwards. Is this where I came from? Okay. We're off the subway line. Door shut tight. Won't open it all. Okay. Go up this way. Or do we want to go to the hole? Or the door that's apparently locked? Maybe we go towards where that dog is. Okay. Yeah, I just checked that. What am I doing? Get your head in the game, Ian. Oh, if she's still following us, Good job, Eileen. Good work. Can't hold anymore. Okay, let's do this. You doing okay, Eileen? Still alive? Not hurting too bad? Okay, let's check this door. I guess I'll go back. I don't think I need the coins anymore. Put that back. Filthy coin. Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can clean this. Oh, and there's a new note. See, this was a good place to come back. I can wash the coin. Let's do it. You wash the filthy coin with water. I got the 18 coin. Maybe someone meant to write $1. So we're going to use this for money. As a gift. Oh, I can also put the purse in the toolbox. Is that what the refer to this as? The toolbox? No, just box. Since we got the riding crop now. Okay. That seems decent. Do I want to grab the sword? We've been doing all right avoiding the ghost. I don't think I need the sword. Okay, let's read the next note. A few days after Walter killed himself in his cell, several residents witnessed a long-haired man with a coat here. Through his window, Richard Braintree in 207 saw the man moving something heavy and doing something in room 302. Even Sunderland, the superintendent, saw the man with the coat hanging around room 302 and confirmed there were signs of someone having been in there. Do I keep referring to it as 203? It's 302. July 17th. The plot thickens. Nothing. Saving again just for the heck of it. Nothing in the windows. No. Come on. Nope. Okay. Back to the subway. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get through the subway world. Got 20 minutes. Thank you everyone who's hung out. Whether you hopped in early, hopped in late. Always enjoy having an audience for these.
I can't use a ladder with my arm like this.
That's fair. And the walls are pulsating now. As Walter's otherworld grows stronger. Is there something I should check down that way? Oh, they took that from Ocarina of Time. I'll go up this ladder first. Oh yeah, there was just like an item in here or something last time I was here. Oh, a candle. Yes. See, it pays to explore. Nothing like feeling like you're in an intestinal tract. Okay. As you hear moans of despair. Oh, geez. Okay. And again, this is something I do appreciate about the Silent Hill game design is, like, when you revisit a place and it's, I'm gonna unequip that so that it doesn't get used up too quickly. And it is changed. Like, you experience it in the other world and it's different. Okay, those sounds don't sound great. On the King Street line. And we've got multiple ghosts. Stay away! Okay. Oh, is there a way to go there? No. There's a handle missing from this projection. It should act as a key. I think I could move this train car if only I had a train handle. Through the driver's seat window, I can see the light coming in from the side of the tunnel. Oh, jeez. Let me out. Oh, come on. You're tearing me apart, Cynthia. Seriously, if... Oh, I'm... Okay. Oh, wait. Was I able to go through that door? Damn it. Cynthia, I'm trying to solve a... Both of you just stay away. I should probably put the Saint Medallion back on. Can I go through this door? Can I go through this door? No, I don't think I can. Oh my gosh. Out of my way. You're ghosts. I should be able to walk right through you. Okay. Oh, another one. Little old lady. Back out and see if we can find something outside. Oh my gosh. Camera angles, tank controls, please. Okay. Okay, how do I get over there though? Do I not just drop down here? Do I need to leave through the other side or something? Oh my gosh. Where do I go? Is it time to break out a walkthrough? They're following me. Leave me alone! Do this? No. More weird tubes. Each of these victims, each of the ghosts, even the ones that we didn't meet in the game while they were living, have a backstory that I will plan on reading when we get close to the end of the game because there will be spoilers. Okay. I gotta be able to get over there through the train, right? That's what it's telling me. Oh no, little lady. Okay. They're all outside, which means I should be able to explore this side. Right? That should be it, right? This door? Okay, I gotta check a walkthrough. Okay. chapter, Subway World, second time. Thank you, as always, to SilentHillMemories.net. Okay. Oh, do I need to go up the King Street line? You're going to lean behind, find another route. If you enter the subway train on the platform, you see Cynthia-ghost. Importantly, at the front, Henry will notice a handle missing from the control panel, but with it, you might be able to move the train. Remember that and continue down the platform. Before there's another portal on the wall at the west end of the platform. Be sure you're healed up and jump on the up escalator, remembering what happened here last time. I suggest the rusty axe is your weapon. Already way ahead of you. Okay. So I do need to go up to the escalators first. Gotcha. So I was on the right track. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't overcomplicating things or missing something. Okay. So let's get back off the train. Hopefully I won't get too bothered by ghosts. Oh, jeez. Oh, and he's coming through the wall. See, aesthetically, very, very cool. Yeah, I should probably go back, heal, and then deal with the fucking escalator and the wall monsters. There's probably going to be another haunting. But I have a holy candle. Yep. Windows are all haunted. Can't have that. What? Okay. What do you mean? What do you, where do I put it then? There we go. Man. That really sapped my energy. I think I should use a first aid kit. There we go. Okay, anything at the door? Doesn't look like it. I also really need to use the bathroom, so that's part of why I'm trying to do this as speedily as possible. Okay. Save. Six hours and 41 minutes we've been playing this. I mean, we've been playing it longer than that, but that's what the game is registered. No radio, right? Yeah, I think all the stuff that you would have checked in the first half of the game, you don't need to now. So, just get on with the game. Stop doing that. I'm clearly looking at the hole and not the placard. I don't need to look at the placards anymore. Okay, escalator. Ghosts. At least I don't have to worry about dodging these with Eileen at the moment. Okay. Wall monsters, I have a rusty axe and I know how to use it. Ah! And then immediately get down there. Timing. Yeah, no. You know what? I'm just gonna try to run past. Jeez. I could not have worse timing. Yeah. Okay. Made it up. Where are we going now? Going over there. There's bullets over there. I haven't really been using my revolver. I should probably start doing that. Oh, no. But I will take those bullets. Okay, music change? Is there a ghost nearby? Or... Oh my gosh, turn the camera. Take the pistol bullets. Take a nutrition drink. I'm going to use one of those. Okay. Back up the King Street line. Okay. So we get the boarding pass. This was Cynthia's commuter ticket. That's right. Anything else? And we have the crime scene of all of Cynthia's stuff. Street line exit. Okay, so what do we use the commuter ticket for? I'm just gonna have the walkthrough up so that I'm not wasting everyone's time. Okay, King Street turnstiles. Ah, okay. I don't want to go back down yet. It's locked. But Henry was looking at something. Where is it? Cynthia left all this behind. Murder scene key. Where did I get the murder scene key? The east platform in the vending machine. Oh, no. Come on, you're killing me. Okay, we're fine. Everything is fine. Oh, hey, Octo. Appreciate it. Okay. I gotta get back to the east platform somehow. Oh, jeez. That's what the coin is for. Damn it. No, turn around, Henry. Oh, fucking controls. No, I love this game. It's got a great story. And you can't bring me down. Ooh, ah. We reached that point in the night where I'm losing my mind. Ah! Did you fucking punt him? Die! Gravy sucking pig. That's a phrase that my dad always loved saying. I shouldn't say that. It was either my dad or my brother. Okay. It's actually easier hitting these guys on the way down because I'm getting pushed towards them. Well, I'm getting pushed towards them on the other side too. I think it's something about going down. Okay. I need to get back to the ladder. Where's the ladder? On the opposite side. Okay. This way. This way. Ghost. No, no, don't you dare go back up on the escalator. Not this. Yeah, it's not that one. It's on the Lynch Street line platform. Hey there, undulating tube. How's it going? Okay. I know how to do this now. I just need to do this and this and it's gone. For anyone watching on YouTube and has no idea what I'm doing, I'm banning spam accounts. And the walls continue to undulate. Okay, ladder this way. Oh, come on, Henry. Okay, Eileen. I'm sorry. We gotta go back out with the ghost for a second. I hope the vending machine is on this side. If I have to go all the way back over, that might be the death of me. Vending machine. It's broken vending machine. Okay. Okay, back in the subway. Consider checking out the west platform for some items, but watch out for 2 sniffers there. Okay. Where is this vending machine? It's on the east platform? Which way is east? Are you talking about the right side of the screen? Okay, are there still ghosts down here? That is the question. Is Cynthia still going to be stalking us? Also, apparently there's a holy candle somewhere in here that I can get, so if I can pick that up. Maybe Cynthia's not here because she's over on the other platform. Okay. Oh, east. I thought you said west. Oh, man. Okay. Where am I even going? Am I making any progress? Will I ever get out of this place? This way? No. Other. Oh, hold on. Is there a holy candle in the northeast subway car? So they're probably talking about the top right, correct? Okay. So, doesn't seem to be anything in there. One last check. We're probably going to be going to... wait. Oh, maybe I have to go that way. Wait. Hang on. This way? No. Why is it like this? Why must I suffer? Oh, there she is. Damn it. Also, where's Eileen? I just realized she's, like, not with me at all. And that's not good if Cynthia is back. Oh my god. That's not pleasant at all. Okay, so we got the coin there. This fucking maze. Okay. Is that the vending machine? No. There's a light. Am I just back where I started? There it is. Okay. We found the vending machine. Oh, don't bug me, ghosts. I've got things to do. Oh, jeez. This came out of the vending machine. You got the murder scene key. Okay. Let's use this real quick. Okay, now I gotta find Eileen and make sure I didn't lose her. northeast. Okay, Saint Medallion? Yes. That's not a good sound. Oh, jeez. Okay. Not listening. Now I need to backtrack again. At least I don't have to worry about my number of steps like in Blueprints. And by now I should know this by like the back of my hand, right? Right? That's why I just went into a dead end. Oh, Cynthia! Oh, fucking... come on. No! Door. Eileen, there you are. Okay. Let's go. Oh, fuck. Eileen, you okay? You know what? Okay. She's down for at least a moment. This is, well, I didn't find that holy candle, but... Okay, maybe... Okay, this is off. Okay. Which... It's so difficult to tell which way is... Okay. There's the holy candle, so...
This looks like the station closest to our apartment.
Good. Look, Eileen, that's great. I'm gonna use this health potion so that I can pick up the holy candle, because that's gonna be more important soon. Oh my gosh. Octa said, they did a great job making these controls and forced perspective so unwieldy. Yes, great job is one word for it. Okay. Now I need to go back down the ladder, go back to the crime scene. Okay. We're getting there. Eileen, I know you're going to be like, stop going so fast, but I need to... Yes, this is the master class on it, Octo. Okay. Oh my gosh. Eileen. That's why she wasn't with me before, because she wasn't close enough to the door when I went through it. Yeah, it really adds to the unsettling vibe of it all. I totally hate that the Silent Hill 2 remake was more logical in the way that it did its camera angles and stuff, and did the third person over the shoulder. Like, that was terrible game design and didn't vastly improve the gameplay. I mean, these camera angles are really cool. I will admit that. But holy crap. We gotta be realistic, guys. We gotta remember that we're playing a game. And if you can't play the game, or you're not having fun playing the game, then what's the fucking point? Okay, back up the escalators. I'm gonna equip the gun. It's about time I used a gun. I almost did that in the same pitch as Henry. Ah! Well, you knocked me in the right direction, so thank you. That one was good for me. Was it good for you? I'm losing my mind. load. Okay. Where am I going? Up. Up the stairs. Back to the crime scene. Okay, now I can use this murder scene key. I'm reminded of that one Pro ZD video where the guy keeps having to do other bullshit, and by the end of it, he's just like so disheveled because he's doing all these side quests. Except these are the main quests. These are the things I have to do to beat this game. But if you don't collect all of the eggs, you won't get the true ending. What's a train handle doing here? Also, just classic Silent Hill logic. It's like, okay, rather than just like use something else to get out of here, we've got to get a coin from a ghost child. No, we got to get a toy box key from a ghost child, use that on a creepy ass toy box, get a filthy coin from that toy box, bring it back to our apartment by going through an umbilical cord like hole, rinse the coin off in our sink, use that coin on a vending machine that is not obvious, get a fucking murder scene key from the vending machine, and then use that to get the train handle. And also, don't forget the commuter ticket. We still need to use that so that we can then use the train to move it and get out of here, I guess. Find a puddle, Henry. Okay. But it's fine. We're fine. Everything is fine. Switch over to that one just so I can get rid of it. Oh no, it won't let me because it would be disadvantageous. Or they're just gonna be nice to me. That's nice too. Don't hate that. They're like, we know you're trying to finish up your stream. We know that you're past your usual. Ah! Or are they just trolling? That's right. Okay. All right. So now, where's the train handle? Was it in the King Street line? Yes, it was in the King Street line. Ghost. Lady. Oh, Cynthia. Oh! Damn it. Equip the fucking axe. Oh my gosh. Both of you get out of here. I don't have time for this. Oh, come on. No! I need to put the medallion back on. I haven't done that, have I? Oh my gosh. Why don't I use my resources? Okay. Handle. Where are you, handle? Car moved about 1 car length. Okay. Now what? King Street Line platform. Okay. The train handle, commuter. Use Cynthia's commuter ticket to pass through the exit turnstile here and use it again to get through the Lynch Street turnstile or the coin. It doesn't matter. Okay. Don't have the coins anymore, but I can use the commuter ticket. And we're learning so much about the ins and outs of subway usage. Okay. Resume. Cynthia. Oh, we can go this way. Oh, there's another sword. Sure. I can't just leave Eileen. Okay. So I go up the Turn to the turnstile. Go through there. Get Eileen. Come back through here. Dodge ghosts every which way. Saint Medallion, you are my savior. Escalator. That's right. Ha! Dodged you. Oh, you motherfucker. Jeez. No, I can't just brute force it. I've tried that before. It doesn't work. It leads to death. And I don't have any more health drinks because I've used them up to free up my spots. There better not be another. Okay. Okay. Up to the turnstile. Use the commuter ticket. King Street Line entrance. No, point towards it. Use Cynthia's commuter ticket. And go back down the Lynch Street line with it. What do you mean you can't use this here? No, you can. The walkthroughs tell me that you can. You are not making me go back and grab the coins. You cannot be doing this to me. Pass through the exit turnstile here and use it again to get through the Lynch Street turnstile. Or a coin. It doesn't matter. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm supposed to be pointed at. Oh, we're all good. It's fine. We're fine. See, I don't get mad at people very often, but getting mad at a video game, I am absolutely fine with. Okay, Eileen, where are you? Am I on the correct side? Yes. Okay. So I just go through this door. She should be here. No. No, she's on the other side, isn't she? Fuck. Okay. I just gotta go get her. It's fine. It's fine. We just have to go through these fucking subway cars one more time. And then one more time with her. And then be able to go back up the other way. And everything's gonna be fine. This is a dead end. I do this quickly enough. Damn it. I jinxed it. I absolutely jinxed it. I think part of the problem is, like, I think, like, I'm going inverse of the direction on the map, which is just frustrating based on the camera angles. Oh my gosh. Okay. Eileen? Eileen? Yes, okay. Okay, let's go. I know you're gonna say, hey, don't go too far. Do I want those bullets? Sure, why not? Let's equip that again. go up? Yes. We can just go up this and use the commuter ticket. Come on, Eileen. No, I'm not going to sing it. Oh, there's a health here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I shouldn't have picked up those bullets. No. Okay. Fuck it. We're just not gonna grab the health, even though I absolutely need it. Do I go up the other side? If a ghost appears, I'm using the Sword of Obedience, and then I can get the fucking... Wait. No, I need to go up to the other... I gotta need to backtrack, that's right. Okay, I'm sorry, Eileen. This is all just a mess, and you don't deserve any of this. But to be completely honest, neither do I. So we're in the same boat here. And all I can say is I'm sorry. Like, I can't drop items. That's so frustrating. And the Saint Medallion's like right on the Oh, Eileen. Okay. Okay. Okay, we just gotta get back through to the other side. You can tell it's late because I'm not making every musical reference that I usually would. Okay. Well, now I have room for the first aid kit. I'm not going back. We're not turning around, Eileen. We're getting through here. Oh, come on, Eileen. Are you with me? Are you with me, Eileen? No, don't attack the fucking ghost. Let's go. You're not with me. Eileen, I need you with me. Where are we going? Are we even going the right way, Eileen? I don't know anymore. There's the coin box. Go down this way, and then over this way. Okay. Eileen? You with me? Okay. Now we're going to go up. We're going to ignore that ghost. And we're going to get to the turnstile and get the fuck out of here. We can do it, Eileen. I know we can. See? We made it to the turnstile, Eileen. We're getting out of here. I just got to use the commuter ticket. And okay. Where do I go now? Where do I go? Train handle. Escaping the subway with Eileen. Yes, you have to do this escalator business again, but you should have a hang of it by now. Okay, retrieving Eileen. Use Cynthia's commuter ticket to pass through the exit turnstile here and use it again to get through the... Into the south means to reclaim your baggage. Eileen, okay, that's... Okay. Let's not call Eileen our baggage. If you left her elsewhere, check your map for the red arrow. To now take it back up to the Lynch Street turnstile. Wait for her to catch up and use Cynthia's commuter ticket. Then go through the King Street's turnstile. Now head down the stairs and board the descending escalator after waiting for Eileen. Okay, so we go down the escalators and then try to prevent Eileen from getting hit if you can. Equipping her with a weapon can help the both of you. Yes, she has one equipped. Once on the King Street platform, head east to board the sitting train and proceed all the way to the front. Use the train handle on the controls and the train will move only for... Yeah, okay. We already moved the train, so that's fine. Yes, okay. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're gonna do this. Okay, we just gotta go back through this side. Oh, I wish I had that first aid kit. Okay, going down the escalator one more time. I'm going to shoot everything so that it won't hit you. We're gonna take it nice and slow. I'm even gonna reload to make sure I have ammo.
I used to live in North Ashfield. I used the subway all the time when I was younger.
Nice to know, Eileen. Okay, sound design is great. Like, I am hearing, like, stuff on the right from the right, stuff on the left from the left. Point in a, like, enemy direction. It seems like they're all on the opposite side. But there was that one guy on this side that got me at the end last time. I cannot afford to let Eileen get hit. I cannot afford to let myself get hit. Okay. Aha, I hear something. I'm not gonna say it. This last time it bit me in the ass. Okay, come on. Oh. Okay. Ghosts. We need to get on the train. Okay. Train is over here. Yes, I am firing bullets at a ghost. Oh, come on. I gotta equip another medallion. Oh, Cynthia! Eileen? Come on, Eileen. Eileen, I need you to come through here. What happened to the camera angle? No, don't. Eileen, come on through. Okay. No, she's dead again. Let's go. Oh, shit. Okay. We're just gonna go this way. Don't worry about us. Yeah. That was fine. I don't think Walter likes that I took Eileen. But he can't do shit about that right now, because I escaped. And I'm going back to my apartment, and I'm gonna save, and we're gonna call it a night. Yes, he can stay mad and die mad. Again, because apparently he already died. sure that there's going to be a haunting or something to pick up. Or not. Okay. Let's save it. And now, we got in before 10:30. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around for a longer session tonight. But I didn't want to leave us in the middle of one of the worlds. Got to talk about a bunch of music tonight, which was fun. And again, I have to stress, I love the story in this game. It is really, like, the gameplay, though, that can be so frustrating. It's got that old school adventure game logic of, like, oh, you can't just use a logical thing to do a logical thing. You got to do 5 different fetch quests before you can get the thing that you need. Few announcements. First of all, like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I have found employment again, and so that I don't foresee that affecting streams. But if it does, I'll mention on social media and stuff. Actually started working at a video game store where they recently got basically all of the Silent Hill games in, and oh boy, are those expensive. Like the originals, and so that's fun. But what else? Next stream is going to be Wednesday, March 4th, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. If you are in the Central New York area, my band Mosaic Mind will be playing at Funk and Waffles this Friday, February 20th. Doors are at 7, show is at 8. We're going to be opening for the band Memo, a Brooklyn-based band that I'm really looking forward to hearing and seeing. What else? Also, this Friday, keep an eye on mosaicmindband.com because there should be some updates on the album release. The album release show has already been announced for Mosaic Mind's debut album. It is going to be Friday, March 20th. And we'll be headlining that, obviously, because it's our album release. And the band Zephyrim will be opening for us. We opened for them at Pink Rock Culture Co-op back in November for their album release. And they're just a great group of guys, great music. Definitely check them out on wherever you get your music. For both shows, the one this Friday and the one for the album release, if you are not in the Central New York area, if you, for whatever reason, will be unable to be there in person, you will still be able to watch the show on Funk and Waffles Twitch, twitch.tv/funkandwaffles live. Funk and Waffles live is all one word. Yeah, you'll be able to watch our streamed performance. We go on at 8, so head over to Funk and Waffle Live for that show. And yeah, if you're interested in purchasing our new album, the pre-order should be going up this Friday. You'll be able to see the artwork if you haven't already, and you'll be able to see the track list, and you'll also be able to hear the first single that we're releasing from the album. So enjoy that. Oh, thank you for posting the link in the chat, Goofin, for Funk and Waffles. But yeah, check out mosaicmindband.com for all our social media stuff. Yeah, I think that's about it. Like I said, I am freshly employed, so things are going to be a little chaotic for a little bit as I get figure out a new structure for my life. But part of the reason that I've kept these streams like every other week and haven't streamed more frequently is to accommodate various things changing in life. So hopefully won't have any issues with keeping consistent with this. We're getting close to the end of the game anyway. Like Silent Hill 2 remake was around 24 hours, but the original Silent Hill games all were on the shorter end, like closer to what we're seeing here on the save screen, where it's like we're at the 7 hour mark. My playthrough's probably going to end up being like 10 or 12 hours just because I'm taking these moments to digress and talk about like the music and the lore and stuff. But yeah, very excited for some of the stuff coming up in the game. One of my favorite moments may be in like, so like my favorite moments are towards the end of this game. One of them's probably going to be in the next stream. One of them will probably be in the stream after that. Based on where we are right now, I think we've got maybe 2 more streams. I don't think we'll finish this up next stream, but it's possible we might. Yeah. So very excited to reach the end of this story, reach the reveals, be able to discuss more of that stuff. Because even though with the Silent Hill 2 remake, I was very much like, oh, we're just doing full spoilers all the time. I know that fewer people are familiar with the story of this game, and I wanted to keep at least some of the mystery there so that you can experience it naturally. But thank you once again. You can find all my stuff at ian-doherty.com. If you've been enjoying any of this stuff, subscribe to me here on Twitch or on YouTube. I also have a Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/ I think it's iDoherty451. It's either that or Ian Doherty. But links to all that stuff are on my website, ian-doherty.com. Moobot's been spitting that link out into the chat pretty frequently. You can also find links to previous streams and a whole other bunch of stuff I've done, like the music I've done in the past, other YouTube stuff I've done in the past, podcasts that I've done in the past, the podcast that Cleo and I are currently doing, Cleo and Ian Catch Up. We just released an episode about Florence and the Machine's most recent album, Everybody Scream. That went up this past Saturday, I think. So head over to YouTube. I think it's youtube.com/CleoIanPod. And you'll be able to watch all of the episodes that we released so far, including the first 3 episodes, which were all kind of a retro on my playthrough of the Silent Hill 2 remake. Episode 4 was us kind of reintroducing ourselves for people who might not know us for whatever reason. Either you knew Cleo and not me, me and not Cleo, or maybe you just stumbled upon our stuff because of Silent Hill and you didn't know either of us. And I think that's all the plugging that I need to do. I'm sure I'll remember something once I hop off, but major things are Mosaic Mind shows coming up, new Mosaic Mind's first album coming up, and more podcast stuff, more streams like the end of this game. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for hanging out in chat. Thank you for commenting on YouTube or watching on YouTube if you're watching there. Genuinely, I really appreciate anyone who takes the time to watch this stuff, because I hope that it's enjoyable. And the impression I get is that, yes, it is. So that's good. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, once I'm done with this game, I'll also probably start editing the music sections out into staying on theme, so you'll be able to watch those as their own bite-sized clips. I'm going to stop rambling. I need to use the bathroom. I need to go to bed. Everyone does, probably. Have a good night, and take care of yourselves. Until next time.